for 52%. They were 3 of 15 from 3 for 20%, and just 2 of 4. So that was a good job by the Railers of keeping that Springfield Senator team off the free throw line. They only attempted 4 free throws. They had 23 total rebounds, so we're right there with the rebounds. 8 of them offensive. They had 7 assists on 12 turnovers, so Springfield did a little bit better job in the second half of handling the basketball. But all in all, the Railers get away with a win and head into Christmas break and head into Collinsville, after a doubleheader win.
Joined now by Lincoln coach Neil Alexander. Coach, the Railers pick up the win, 51-41. 10-point win over the Senators. Obviously, you'll take the win. Got off to a real quick start, and Josh and I talked about it. I think it seemed like the one thing that really got the Railers going to get to that early start, the hands were very quick tonight, especially by the top guys on that defense.
Well, we work on that every day. We have a little drill, and we work on trying to get our hands on it. We want to keep our eyes on the ball. We want tips. We want deflections, and then the people outside of the trap or whatever are to be ready to pick up loose balls and things. And they done a nice job early. And when you do that, it just makes them think a little bit about their passes and things. So usually you don't get those things till the third quarter when they start getting a little wore down, a little tired. But our guys got them early, and that made things pretty easy. We got some easy buckets.
Yeah, you're right, Coach. Really good balance, I thought, by between 2s, 3s, and also free throws. 14 attempts from 2, 16 from 3 tonight, and 12 from the free throw line. So offensively, I like the balance. The guys went to the basket, saw some pull-up jump shots. If it wasn't a 3, we were getting to the hole, and we shot real well in the first half.
Yeah, we did. I thought we played hard the second half, but I didn't think we played very smart. We let the ball get to the middle. We took some ill-advised shots in our spread offense, and we gambled up front and let them right back down. They would score, or we'd score a basket, and we'd be just lackadaisical. Man, they'd come right back down and stick points back on the board. And that's not how you win basketball games. You got to get stops after scores, and that's how you widen your lead and so forth. So, and then we didn't finish the game the last couple minutes.
Hey, Coach, I think a couple years ago we went through maybe a little bit of this problem with the team a couple years ago of finishing games. We were in that area where we were a loser by just a couple or a winner by just a couple, and we kind of fought that all season long. Is this something that this team can get through? Is it going to be one of those teams that struggles to finish games and keep the intensity up for 4 quarters?
I think so, plus the fact that we're just not very big, and that pays a little bit when you get to the second half and into the fourth quarter. Things inside become a little bit more valuable, so you really need to be able to take the ball at the offensive end so you don't have a lot of possessions for them to be able to score on the boards. But we tried some different things tonight. Our wide offense we haven't used, but we need to have that to where we can execute it and create a lot of good things. And we were just pretty stale in it. But really the first time that we've ran it, and it's got to get better.
Coach, talk about defensively what your team did tonight against the 6'8" Obadiah Church. He finished with only 6 points, all of those in the first half. Did a nice job keeping it away from him, and when he did get it, he certainly didn't look very comfortable going to the basket.
Well, I thought, we wanted to keep him out of the paint, and, I thought we'd done a nice job. Gavin picked up, I think, maybe a second or third foul down there where he got 3 or 4 rebounds, and we just couldn't get up to where he was playing at. And, one of the reasons that we had success or keeping him from scoring is we limited their dribble drives to the fourth quarter. And, because when they dribble drive it, that's when he gets loose and you lose track of him, and he gets up above the rim and creates a lot of things. So our guys done a nice job. Again, we've got to play a little bit smarter in what we did, but I thought we played hard.
So, Coach, now it's Christmas break time. I heard you talk about it this morning on the cheap seats. Hard to believe that it's already here. We just talked about Collinsville and winning it last year, and you're already heading back there. So the Railers will, have the Christmas break, and then a week from today, already back down in Collinsville, taking on a team from Urbana that I think it was a couple years ago. The Railers had a pretty easy game against, but from what you said this morning on the cheap seats, this Urbana team is not quite that easy this year.
Well, they're real athletic, and if we're not prepared to play, and if we're not ready to, they like to get to the paint, and we've got to do a better job. It's not one of our strengths, to guard the ball, but we're constantly working on it to get better, and if we can do that, then we're going to have some luck against them, and but we've got to play. They're very athletic. They're 6'2", 6'3", 6'4" kids, and they stayed and played with a Centennial team last night. I think it was a 9-point game. So if we go in there soft and not prepared to play, it's a bad day. You got to travel, because the kids will have to get up. We'll leave early. They'll be in a bus. They'll get off the bus. Huh?
You're not flying?
We're not flying, not unless you want to foot the bill.
No.
So, we're going to be down there for 3 nights anyway, 4 nights. I'm not sure I can stay in a hotel that long. That's not my thing to do.
All right, Coach. Well, we will let you go. Congratulations on the win, and we'll see you down in Collinsville a week from today. Merry Christmas to you and all the Railers, and hopefully we'll have good turnout down at Collinsville. We know the Railers travel very well down to Collinsville. I think that's one of the reasons that Collinsville loves to have Lincoln there. They schedule the time to get as many Railer fans down there, and so a good turnout from the Railer Nation always helps the Railers and when they're down there at Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium.
We sure do, and we appreciate the support, and we sure wish everybody a Merry Christmas, and continue to support these kids. It's a good group of kids. It's working hard, and I think they only got one way to go, and they're going to get better as time goes on. These kids are gaining experience, and I think the more they win, the better they're going to feel, the more confident they're going to become, and confidence is a big thing in any sport that you play.
All right, Coach, congratulations on the win. We'll let you go, and we'll see you a week from today down in Collinsville.
Okay, Merry Christmas, everyone.
Railers get the win, 51-41. We'll wrap things up in a moment. You're listening to Lincoln Railer Basketball.